So good morning, you guys. Welcome to today's video. South Carolina winter number 2 has come around, so it's cold again. But I can't really complain. We had a week of like really warm temperatures and it was nice, but now it's cold. So today we are not working on the new race car. We are actually going to work on good old Wagon out here. We're going to change the gear. As you guys know, we made the decision to run East Lincoln Speedway, mainly because my class got absorbed from Carolina and Cherokee. And there was a lot I was going to have to change to try to remain competitive in those classes. Yeah, I don't think it was going to work out right. Plus, I wanted to do something a little different this year. So we decided we were going to race East Lincoln. But with that means we need to change the gear. Dad went ahead and built us a gear for the car. So me and Joe are getting ready to go swap it. At the end of the video, I also want to talk about Carolina Racing Supplies online store real quick. I got to use it for the first time now that I've had to buy parts. So yeah, it'll be a pretty exciting cold adventure under the car. So with that, we're going to go ahead and get started. So Joey's all bundled up. We backed the rat rod off the porch. We got our drip pans. And I was going to, once we pulled the gear, put the tires back on and set the car back down. But honestly, there's no real need to do that just yet. And I can't remember what gear ratio we have. I think it's maybe a 620, maybe a 630. I'm not really sure.
That we're putting in, or that's in there?
That we're putting in.
I think it's a 620 we're putting in.
Yeah, so we're definitely going up in gear. We're going to try it, see what happens. If that doesn't work, we'll have to go higher up. But with us also planning on going on tour this year, some of the tracks are a little bit bigger, so I don't want to go too far. Or, go ahead and put a 630. If we can go ahead and get a 630 and just swap it before we go on tour, yeah, that's a smart thing to do. So then we'll actually have more than one gear.
Smart cookie.
Yeah. So we may have to make a gear swap before we go back on tour, depending on which track we're going to. But for now, we're going to try the 620 and see what happens. So with that, we're going to go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so we pulled the axles from both sides. My luck has struck again. One of these bolts, or one of these little screws here, have stripped out again on this drive flange, and same thing on the other side, so we weren't able to pull those. I'm not going to mess with that today. As aggravating as that is, I'll mess with that another day. But we did get the covers off and just pull the axles out. We stuck a bolt on the axles here and just pulled them out that way. So at least we can go ahead and get the gear changed, so we're going to do that next. So what's the cutoff? Like what?
I don't think there is a cutoff today.
It should stay there, but
There she comes. Miss America. Oh.
Let's get everywhere and actually like bench press it. Actually, we may need a screwdriver.
Uh-oh.
Hang on, I gotta pull this out too. Alright, you got a hand on it. I got mine on the bottom. It's about to come off over here.
Oh shit.
Alright, ready? Yeah, there we go.
What are you doing?
Let it down. There you go. Alright.
Yep.
There we go. Just very carefully work that gasket off. The studs are all bent like out.
Yeah.
Just gotta work it on there.
Put you here.
So my goal is to be able to take this thing to practice at East Lincoln. So that way we can
Shake it down a little bit.
yeah. That's different.
What? You know what makes it easier? That little small impact.
Yeah. Oh. So far installation, other than the 2 strip bolts, that's about my existence. There we go.
with your mouth, right?
Yeah. There we go. There we go. And there we go.
Would you like to say something to the camera?
We're not done yet, therefore I don't want to jinx it. Told you.
Hey, why'd the front end just fall off?
Knowing my luck with this car, that would happen.
Okay, so we gotta open the door.
There we go.
Insert axle here.
There we go.
Feel around for it.
This would be so much easier if we just took the drive flanges off, but because of the strip bolt, there we go. Maybe. Oh, you heffalump.
For those of you who don't know what that is, we make up words.
No, it's a real thing.
Is it?
Yeah. You never watched Winnie the Pooh? Heffalumps and Woozles? Yeah, that's the thing. It's a whole song. Like, if you know what I'm talking about, comment below. But yeah, Winnie the Pooh.
Okay, apparently I need to watch Winnie the Pooh.
You didn't watch that as a kid?
No.
I never watched it. And it was on the
Talk about
Winnie the
Buffalumps
Pooh,
and Woozles and
it goes in.
and drops right in place.
Oh, it's in. Because it's engaged in gear. Alright, this may take some finesse. Oh, wait, no, there it goes. Get this back out. I know they make a tool for this.
Why use a tool when we have bolts?
Yeah.
And
Well, I mean, it is a bolt. It's got like a T-handle on it.
Yeah.
Alright, let me make sure I got everything. Okay. But yeah, did you not watch Winnie the Pooh?
I did not.
My favorite was Tigger. I think mostly everybody's favorite was Tigger. Eeyore was like the modern day me, like always upset and sad and just...
I don't ever see you
hate.
upset and sad. I see you mad and furious. But
I don't normally get that mad. But yeah, Heffalumps and Woozles. They had a whole song on that, and like we watched the new like Winnie the Pooh. I know this like video went from like changing a gear to like
talking about
Winnie the Pooh.
I always watch like Thundercats and
Well, I mean, it wasn't really. It was like
Scooby-Doo.
like a young kids cartoon. Okay, so next thing that we need to do, we do have to fill up the rear end with gear oil, but I don't have the oil with me today. We're going to use good old goo off here that Joey brought, so we can get the decals off. The only decals we're leaving is the 30s on the sides and the top here. So we're going to need to do that.
already started.
You already started. And while this stuff sits, because you're supposed to let it sit for a while, we're going to take the other gear back down to the shop so we can store it. Okay.
Smells good.
Does it? I can't smell it.
Charleston and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, so we figured this would be the easiest method of, because I think now that I've seen my car with the way this is set up, I actually like just doing decals instead of a wrap. I don't know why. I guess that's just my preference. So all that. Alright, so next.
Just goofed off. You want to spray it Storm with too?
Yeah, I'll get Justin and give her some more. Spray, spray, spray. You actually use this stuff for the
Yeah, to get that stuff out of the floor of the cutlass.
oh yeah, the carpet
insulation,
glue or
yeah.
whatever.
God. That only took forever. Alright, we'll hit the other side and we'll go to the shop.
Yep. Oh god, it's so slippery. I'll do that. Alright. Yay! We got oh
Piece.
God. So we are making progress. We got the Northcutt logo off. The Anderson Star graphic is now off. We're going to try to peel the other side. Yeah, so it's coming along nicely. We haven't damaged the 30 yet, so that's something. But we got to deal with these little annoying things since they're so small. Deal with that. And we still have to do another spray over here because there's still some of the decal left on it. So yeah, we'll keep on working. And same thing over here. We got all the graphics off other than the 30. We decided to leave the graphics on here because I am going to replace this piece of sheet metal. It got pretty tore up from last season, as you guys can tell. So I'll have to replace that piece, and there's really no point in us pulling a decal if we're going to replace sheet metal anyways. So yeah, I think that today's session went pretty good. We're making progress, getting ready for the 2020 season. Next thing will be getting the motor back. We're still waiting on that from our engine builder. So once we get that, we'll get it back together, and we'll be done. We'll be ready for the season, other than getting our new graphics done. But yeah, so I'll see you guys inside the house where it's warmer. So guys, I want to take just a real quick second and talk about Carolina Racing Supply and their website for their parts online. I recently just had to order some more gaskets for our 9-inch housing here for when we change gears or when we need to change gears. And they told me in our meeting when we kind of had our sit down and chat that they offer on their website an option for shipping, which is called the best way. Now, what this means is they are pretty much going to find the best way for you to send a part to you. So for example, if for whatever reason you need to order a brake line and it turns out it becomes one of those scenarios where the shipping actually costs more than the part itself, they will find a way to make it cheap for you. So if that means they need to mail it in an envelope or whatever, they will. And they actually saved us about $10 on shipping for our part, so that way I didn't have to drive all the way to Mooresville to go get it. And it saved us $10 on shipping. And that's fantastic. So be sure to check that out when you are using their online store. Make sure you hit the best way for their shipping, and they will send an email to you on the price, the lowest price they can do their shipping on, or finding the best way, like the option says. And make sure you're okay with the new price that it's going to cost for the part. So with that, guys, that's all I have. Be sure to check that out. I want to say a quick shout out to our Patreon supporters. Thank you guys so much for what you do and for what you continue to do for us and supporting 3-0. I'll leave a link to the Patreon site if you want to check that out and support us. It's not, you know, we appreciate everything that you guys do if that's something you want to do. But anyways, yeah. So we want to thank Carolina Racing Supply also as well for helping us out with the cars, and not just the new project like you guys have seen us work on, but also good old Wagon out here, and also Whiskey Prison for their support as well. But guys, with that, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. Thank you so much for watching the video, and as always, we will see you in the next video.